Let me see. Y'all know we have. Oh, I'm like, I don't see the aluminum water thing. We don't have open chat this morning. Yes. All right, I think I tied my shoelace too tight. I think I tied my shoelace too tight. Great rising, y'all. But it's raining, but I know Ra is up there. I know Ra is up there. That orb is in the sky, honey. That orb is in the sky. Let's see something here now. Y'all know I'm adjusting these cameras. Well, let's see if my cousin comes in. Let's start this party right. 45 minutes in. And I was cracking myself up. Because in my head, I'm telling you guys, I'm going to walk slow this morning because I spent the whole morning getting ready to literally finish walking, go upstairs, don some clothes, and jump in the car. So I said, I'm going to let everyone know I'll be walking slow. I don't want to work up a sweat because I had to shower and everything before I came on the walk. And so, so I said, I'm going to let y'all know I'm going to be walking really slow. And then you guys came in my head and said, if you walk any slower, you'll be laying down on the treadmill. Well, you're not funny. I know, I am walking slow. So, I don't want to work up too much of a sweat. And I really feel good this morning because I had to go all over my information and stuff that I'm taking care of, and sister got her shit tight. Yeah, still, after all these years. Now I know in this country, because I learned what it is, they ain't mad at old age. They just mad because in America it's, excuse my French, put your headsets on, fuckable and unfuckable when it comes to women. So I'm in the unfuckable stage, and so it's no care because this is a man-controlled society. Male-dominated, as they say. So, pish posh on me. Toilet poop water. So, I'm just thinking just how wonderful it is, even for African Americans, women, that we've come through so much and accomplished so much and kept our bearings about us. Our T's crossed, our I's dotted. Those who take care of themselves. Now I know many in the cult, they don't take care of themselves because they're trained to not do anything. This is my personal opinion. To not do anything because go to the doctor that looks like the image that's presented to you of someone who can save you. I don't know, save you from what? Save you from them. That's such a crazy thing. The word save is such a crazy thing. Believe in me and to be saved. But saved from what? Racism? No. Was never saved from that. Ancestors? No. Was never saved from that. Pedophiles? No. Was never saved from that. Poverty? Nope. Wasn't saved from that either. I saved myself from those things when I realized I started minding my own body, my own business. I started minding my own business, not worried about going to the cult and other people's business. That's another thing I couldn't understand. I used to wonder why I had to be up in so many people's business. I didn't care. I mean, if you were sick, I volunteered. But that had a lot of other things connected to it too. Why I gotta be up in your business? Why I gotta be concerned if you don't have? You work it out. You have. The world is abundance. That's nothing about cults. Cults preach limitations and shortages. The world lets you know abundance. I remember when they was cutting down trees around here. Birds used to live in that tree. Birds wasn't so upset they found another place to go live. Always place to live. Cults teach you that there's not enough places for you to live. To keep you in desperados. I'm not going to stand the cults. I have a whole book coming up about it. But I just thought this morning after I looked over my paperwork and everything was so tight. I was lifting through those pages. I was like, girl, you fitting to be 65. You still kicking out for me. Not still saving the way for the man or the, what do they call it? Plurocrats? No. For me. So then that made me think also about how happy. You see my earrings? I was happy before I put my earrings on. But with the earrings, I'm just happier. And I said to myself, I remember in them cult days how we used to have to say, I'm so glad the Lord let me see another day. So I love mornings, still do. I'm like, yeah, see another day. And the look that will come in. You happy about, you're not supposed to be happy about it. But I thought in my head that if you say you happy, the Lord let you see another day, that you really be happy. In cult, talk and actions never mix. I'm supposed to say I'm happy. I'm not supposed to be happy. That took a while to get through to me. So then finally I learned how to say it. Yeah, he did. Yeah, woke me up this morning. Mm-hmm. Ain't no need of complaining. Don't nobody want to hear it. Morning. 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 I said, let me get out of here. I want to get away from here. I want to be somewhere where I can be happy to be up in the morning. And when my daughter was born, happy, happy, happy. I had happy songs for her to wake up to. Happy, happy, happy. She wanted to be a little bit miserable in the morning. But I put her to bed early enough till she woke up happy. I was like, oh, okay. You ain't waking up happy in the morning? Then 7:30 is too late for you to stay up. Let's do 7 o'clock. See if you wake up a little happier. They said, no. Morning. Yeah. I done seen another day. Yeah. Yeah, he just helped me to just get along. Uh-huh. I was like, oh, I want to be like that when I get old. I want to still be happy to wake up in the morning. I want to be independent and free enough to say, happy, happy. Even I got my earrings on. Earrings make your heart sing. I got my happy earrings on. Jearrings. Joan. Email. JOANEMJRS52@gmail.com. And order yours. I've already ordered my greens. I want some green stuff. Yes. So I was thinking about that this morning. I like being happy to wake up in the morning. I like walking. And another thing I'm thinking about walking. And I was like, in the morning, around this time, I have been out the house walking to either mostly a train station or a subway. Walking out of Mount Vernon into the Bronx. There was a bus you can catch, but nothing you can depend on. And this led me to another thought. Going to the train station. I remember when I was pregnant with my daughter, and I was working. And there was a few women on the block that knew I was pregnant, knew I worked. And I had started securing babysitters long before she was born. And back at that time, because white men didn't want their women to work, they wouldn't allow the corporations to give women time for maternity leave because they didn't want their white women working. But it affected everybody. And I found out that that's how it works in America. It's like it's between them and we're the casualties, we're the collateral damage. And I'm so sick of that shit, I can't tell you. Ancestors, please get busy. So, no maternity leave was given because in their minds you should be home preparing for that baby. You got a husband, so that's what they focused on. So, you didn't get no maternity leave, so you couldn't stay. So at 6 weeks, when I went back for my checkup, the doctor naturally would say I can go back to work. I went to the babysitter and I said, hey, going back to work. They said, fine. And me and David would go down there and see them. They knew the baby. And then I see them today, like the Sunday, I'm talking to them. Oh, I'm going to be better at work. I'll be dropping day off. Blah, blah, blah. And the first day, that Monday, it was fine. I brought Leslie down there. They were ready to receive her. I gave her to them and was happy. And I darted my way to the train station. Ready to come home because it's just down the block. Pick her up and come home. First day back to work. A success. The next day, I go down to the babysitter. She in bed. So I knock and say, hey, it's me again. Y'all, I said, oh yeah, I know. Just lay down here next to me. I said, I got her bottle, and she was like, I'll look at the bag, I'll look at the bag. And I just remember laying my daughter there, and I just started crying. I cried all of the way to the train station. What if she didn't wake up? What if she rolled over and crushed her? Why is this happening to me? Oh, why? I gotta work. How are we gonna make it? Oh yes, I was married. I had a husband. My Ghanaian husband. I had him. He was working, but he was working to save his money so he can go back to Ghana and show off. We had two different objectives. His was showing off, and mine was survival. Same household. Go figure. And I cried all the way to the train station. I went all the way to work, all the way to Manhattan, crying. By then I had lost my job because I was the receptionist and they couldn't hold the job for me for 6 weeks because, again, white men wanted their women to stay home longer. If they had to go out to work, if they wanted to be an independent woman and go out and work, then if they got pregnant, they're not going to have their positions when they come back. So after they have the baby, it's no need for them to go back to work because their position won't be there. Now, like I tell y'all, we're just the collateral damage of that white man and woman struggle bullshit like we are now with the abortion thing. So, that's why Sisters Yo vote, get us out of that. If it's between them, let it be between them and let it stop affecting us or minorities because it doesn't affect us in a good way. He's trying to step on her. And in the process, he's stepping on all of us. And ancestors need to get busy because we need to break that foot. Anyway, so I didn't have the like I said, telephone operator. I mean, once I got pregnant, I lost it. Bang, you're out, screw you. But the state made them hold a position for me. So in 6 weeks, I had to come back and take that position, which was a floor salesperson. I'd never done that before. My whole thing has always been communication, telecommunications. Even from in high school, working at the hotel, working the switchboard, to go to college, working the big switchboard at college, etc. And I cried all the way. So when I got to work as a salesperson, sales floor, I looked direct. I looked direct. I couldn't keep it together. So they sent me home. And I came back home, and she was still laying in bed, and my daughter was still laying next to her. And I took my daughter home, and I had to find another babysitter. But at such short notice, then my daughter's father came through. He has this African lady from his village somewhere that he knows about. That I don't even know how I got there. Buses, trains. I just knew it was a lot further than the person on the block. So I would take my daughter there and have her food and stuff, and I would try to talk to her the same way. Well, I made her bottles up, blah, 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 blah. Oh, no. Then I come home, go back to pick her up. The bag just as heavy as when I brought it in. Bottles untouched, little food unopened. And I said, what did you feed her? Just, what did... And Leslie's crying. She's crying the minute I come in. Sometimes I can hear her from the street. And she said, no, I took care of her. No, she's fine. She's okay. I took care of her. And again, I would pick her up. And I knew something was wrong, but what am I supposed to do? I am trapped in this white man, white woman fight bullshit. And I'm just... So, I got to keep my job. Because I only had 6 weeks. No pay, no nothing, no health insurance, no nothing. Because that's all in place. Because white men wanted their women at home. And if I knew what I know now, I would tell them, leave. Don't come here. Stay home with your goddamn man. Stay your fucking ass home. So we can get daycares. So we can get health care. So we can get people to take care of our children in the evening. You just stay home because everything he's doing to you is affecting us. He don't want no daycares because he wants you home. He don't want no evening daycare because he wants you home. And he's controlling everything. And because of that, we suffer. So, the next day, I said, okay, I explained to her, my husband, Leslie's father, how the woman wasn't really feeding her. And so, you don't understand, They feed her real good. She's African, she feed her real good. Went back the next day, pick up, I could hear Leslie crying as I'm coming down the street. I packed her up, I went home, I called my supervisor and I said, sorry, I won't be coming back to work. I picked my child. We struggled. We had to find, what do they call it, DCF, but no. Don't blame people for going to state and stuff like that because we caught in your I want to keep the white woman at home making babies, working and cleaning, struggling with me. Fine. That's what you want to do. But we don't have that lifestyle. And I'm sick of it affecting us. Hey, somebody said something. This is our break, y'all. Money. I'm walking. Oh, yeah. So happy to be. I don't know what this is. Okay, so I said one person say on the walk with me. Yes. Thank you for the company. Yes, indeed, I'm walking. Oh, yeah, just I'm walking. Thank you for the company. I'm walking. So happy to be walking. Happy to be walking. Thank you for the company. Yes, indeed, I'm walking. Oh, yeah, just I'm walking. Thank you for the company. I'm walking. So happy to be walking. Happy to be walking. Thank you for the company. Hey! Yes, indeed. Let me put it on these pants. Hey, y'all. Hey. Oh, I got a cup. Thank you. Hey, that's Ezo. See, I got some detox juice. Hey, that's my cousin. Hey, Joni. Hey, Ezo. Detox juice that I didn't squeeze it myself. I didn't juice it myself. Ooh. Ginger. Oh. That's ginger, carrot, lemon, lime, enough ginger, as my daughter says, Mommy, I like my ginger where I feel it in the back of my throat. Enough ginger in there to feel it in the back of your throat. Hey, thanks for coming on the walk. So, I tell you, if I knew now, then what I know now, I would have encouraged white women not to work. I would say, go home, please be with your husband, please raise your kids, and allow us who have to work to get daycares. Allow us who have to work to focus on child care. With you out the equation, we can do that. You want it at home, go home. And I remember they said, I really don't have to work, but I want to. I would say, no, because we can't get no daycare because you because you want to work. And your husband wants you home. So he's doing everything to muck up all kind of daycare and stuff like that. No, go home. Stay home. Don't come out. So then I just brought my daughter home. And like I said, we made bread, we went to the park, we went to the library. We had each other. But strange what you think about in the morning. And it's all about walking. You know? But that's why we got to get out and vote, y'all. Because that's what it is. That whole abortion thing has nothing to do with us minorities and stuff like that. Nothing, nothing, nothing. It has everything to do with white man exerting his power over white people, and we're caught over it. Now, let's get out of it. Vote. Because there's one specific party that's doing that, the whole cult thing. GOP, Q, Tea Party, conservative cults, cult leaders. I remember when I was doing Africans in American Theme Park. We put a board together. We had our bylaws. We had a business plan. We had a year where we didn't miss a monthly meeting. And it was wonderful. And the theory was, yeah, we'd like an African American theme park, but if we don't get that, can we get enough attention from Disney to say, well, stop it, because they pay you to stop stuff. Or, hey, we like this idea, we want to take it, we're not going to use it, but we'll pay you not to use it. We'll buy the idea. But mostly we wanted to make it. Something to start from the ground floor. You know? As African American, ground floor investment. We got land. We got everything. My nephews, my daughter was president with my nephews, VPs and board chairman, and because we had to break everything down. My girlfriend Donna, who's a legal secretary, was our legal secretary. Well, not legal. She was a banking secretary, a commerce secretary. So she knew money. And we was going along good, doing halfway decent. And then finally, we were right to the cusp. We had met all the qualifications of a corporation that was not going to be nonprofit. All the qualifications of a corporation, meaning blah, blah. And then my sisters were in this cult. I think it was a Methodist cult. Big old Methodist cult in Brooklyn. And for years, the Methodist cult leader was sleeping with everybody in the congregation. I had heard my sisters talk about it many times. I heard them talk about women coming in there with children who looked like the cult leader, while the cult leader's wife, with their about 100 kids, sat there right next to him. I didn't pay any attention because that's them. That's that. Church life. We're building a corporation. Just get here. Let's meet these qualifications. Let's do what we have to do. Let's plan the future. Well, just as we're entering our year of being incorporated, just as we reach a year of being incorporated, wife found out that 3 more women in the congregation were expecting children from her husband, which would put, as far as him having kids in that church is concerned, at least about 15 kids. I don't even know how they can walk in there and not say, oh, that's it. Because according to what I've seen, this cult leader was, they say, pitch yellow green eyes. And as the colors say, nice hair. Everybody wanted him. So finally the wife got upset. I guess because her 10 to 20 kids meeting all their brothers and sisters from the congregation. And finally she got pissed and she left him. They were breaking the cult or the church straight in half. How did it go? Okay, yeah. The deacon board finally got together and realized that half the new children coming in, sitting there in church, looked like the pastor. I know, cult leader. And then they said, enough. So they got rid of him. So just as we're coming to that second year, complete year, my sisters can't be involved anymore. Because they had decided to go with the wife, with the Reverend's wife, who was a pastor also, with all these PhDs, SMW, and all these alphabets. So they wanted to follow the alphabet pastor. And I had no problem with it. Why should I? It wouldn't interfere with me until it did. So we come to that year, very, very big, important board meeting. Yes, we have our e-commerce secretary there, ready to take notes, do everything. But they couldn't concentrate. Because they had to give the Reverend, remember that's the wife, they followed the wife, and the wife, the Reverend wife, is a Reverend in her own right, with all these alphabets. And my sisters followed her. And the reason why they couldn't make that critical meeting, and quite possibly will have to not have any involvement with Africans in the American Theme Park, because they have to help support the Reverend's wife with all the alphabets behind her name, who's also a pastor in her own right. Help her with her church. Now, my friend who is the legal e-commerce secretary, she said, Vicki, I don't know, I think his sisters left because I'm white. And in my head, I was like, no, there's no way they could have done that, because all the paperwork that they didn't want to do, we did. All the stuff they didn't want to read, that I had to stuff down their throats to read, we had already read and put everything together, so there's no way they could be upset with you being white. And when I asked them, they said they were uncomfortable, but that wasn't it. It was very important for them to help the sister, well, okay, let me put it. Very important to help the reverend wife, who's a pastor in her own right, with all these letters behind her last name. Always right. So that's why they were leaving. Now, you say to yourself, wow, did they go and help the pastor who was married to the other pastor? Who's the pastor's wife? The pastor's wife? Did they really help the pastor's wife set up a church and do all that stuff? No, they didn't. No, they didn't. When the Reverend started her new cult, they didn't like where they landed. They landed as congregants. I think they thought they would land in a little high position since they helped to support and did everything with the pastor's wife who out on her own church. No, they didn't. It was just enough for them that the theme park fell away. And I was like, boy, that theory, all the research and stuff before I even did that. And it said how important, how powerful it is when you start off a business with family. I've tried to do other little things with my family. Pantomime shows, we make money because I've seen it make money and they like to hang out and they were very popular. So I figured let's cash in some of that popularity. Did it once, it went well. We did it a second time. They did everything within their power to make sure it didn't succeed. To even burning the food, okay? So, and this was before we started the corporation. So I should have known. But everything teaches you, everything tells you and teaches you, start with family first. Because that's cult bullshit. No. Start with the like-minded people. And I had a few. But I chose family because all the books, all the teachers, all the lectures, all the everything, every blah, 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 said go with family. I'm telling you right now, don't go with family. Don't do it. Don't do it. Go with like-minded people that want the same thing that you want. Just let family pick over your bones when you die. That's it. I mean, I help family. This is my family's earrings. But if she said today, tomorrow, I'm doing a board, no, say, no, I'm not doing that. Because I don't have to like mine. I'll promote, I'll market, but that's not where my zhuzh is. So I would say to her, find people or even other jewelry designers. To collaborate and build with because you all have the same like mind. Whew. I tell you. Yes. The things you think about in the morning. The things you think about in the morning. And we knock this walk out. Yes. Yes. Like, comment, share, tell a friend, tell an auntie, tell a cousin. Oh, ooh, Ezo. I just realized can't do it this morning. Well, definitely have it to you by tomorrow. I don't think you got my email. I mean, it's easy. Inspiration Sensation 2016 at gmail.com. My daughter gave me that email. 2016. Oh. So if you hear me, Ezo, because Ezo came up with two things for me to look at, to put on the t-shirt. And I don't have more, because I just want to, I was like, do your little winter, do your little turtlenecks, and just throw your t-shirts over about the walk. Now that I finally convinced Facebook to stop talking, because my cousin said to me, Vicky, I think that song is nice, but I don't hardly get to hear it. And it was baffling to me. Why didn't she get to hear it? Why would... They was chopping up the introduction to the show. I had to send them the music that I used. First, I just sung it playing with my own voice. I'm walking. Then laid background music to it. I didn't even sing it again. I just took the original song and I laid it to the garage band. You hear what I have and I did? I said, I did everything to let y'all know this is me. This ain't no copyright. This is me. It's me. And I got another song coming through. I just got to connect with a blues band just to lay it out. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Oh, almost. Y'all know what song we're going to do? I don't know all the words. I'm so happy I wrote them and put them on my wall. I'm walking, baby. Trying to save my feet and toes. I said I'm walking, baby. Trying to save my feet and toes. 'Cause if I stop walking, baby, they'll cut me up until I'm just a nose. Da 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 da. Walk with me, y'all. Help me save my feet and toes. I said, come walk with me, y'all. Try to save my feet and toes. 'Cause if I stop walking, y'all, they'll cut me up until I'm just a nose. Da, 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 da. And that's all, that's just like a old jazz thing. So Park, there's a music place over here, Park City. And I said I was going to call the owner, tell her what I'm trying to do, and see if I can get connected to a few musicians that'll help me make that song a real thing. But it's just a jazz classic, a blues classic. Muddy Waters. Who else? Muddy Waters, my favorite. Catfish. The old blues. I'm walking, y'all. Trying to save my feet and toes. You know? So. But yeah. Oh, FB tried to call my I'm walking copyright infringement. That's like me. I can use I have a dream just because the King family registered, copyrighted. But hell, everybody got a goddamn dream. And I can say I have a dream because guess what? I have a dream. Many of them. So I'm walking. I don't know if there's any more songs I'm walking. I hope so. People have been walking for thousands, a billion years. But this I made up. Walking right here, no, I had Betsy. I made up walking on Betsy. So, anywho, that's going to be the next song that comes through. That's going to be the opening song. That's going to be the song on my shorts. Sucking your gut. Ooh, get there. Core engage. Tuck in your elbow. Come to the front. Yes. 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oh, good luck. Oh, sorry, y'all. I got to rush out here after the walk. Hey, Ezo. Inspiration Sensation 2016 at gmail.com. INSPIRATION SENSATION 2016 at gmail.com. Tucking your elbow. Just a little bit. Okay. Ready to go. We won't forget luck. Yes. Whew. Thanks for coming on a walk, y'all. You know we don't walk on the weekend no more. That's why we do 45 minutes. You know we don't walk on holidays no more. That's why we walk 45 minutes during the week. So, I'll see y'all on Monday. Yes. And then after the walk, I'm going to run out here and handle my beeswax, busy water. I handle my body, and then I'm going to go handle my business. I'm walking, so happy to be walking. Like, comment, share, tell uncle, tell auntie, tell a cousin, tell a friend, subscribe, comment. Yes. Thanks for coming on the walk. Be good to yourself. Yes, indeed. Love yourself. I'm walking. Oh, yeah. Just walking. I'm walking. Thank you for the company. I'm walking. Yeah. So happy to be walking. Happy to be walking. Thank you for the company. See y'all tomorrow. Have a great weekend. Be kind to yourselves. Thanks for coming on the walk.